Welcome back.
Welcome to Use Your Manners.
Use Your Manners. Welcome back. I'm your host, Leah.
And I'm Mitch. How are we all on this fabulous Wednesday?
You better say Friday. Great Wednesday. I hope that you're having a great drive to work or drive home.
Yep.
If you are listening to us, we love that for you. Let me ask you a question, Mitch.
Yep.
What's your highs and lows?
My high. Yeah, okay. My high will be what we'll talk about. So the topic.
Yep. I agree.
Fun.
That's awesome.
Low. Yeah, I'm tired. I feel tired. Yeah, I feel tired today. But yeah.
I'm with you.
Over to you.
Well, my high is the same, but my low is something that went on in the actual thing. So let's get straight into it. We're going to recap my sister's wedding that we literally just went to last night.
Come from it.
That's why. I look like shit right now. I literally my eyes are they're not bloodshot, but they sting.
Same.
Like, you know when you close them and you can blink and you're feeling like you're like sting. That hurts.
Feel that.
And we got to bed at 10 o'clock p.m.
10:30.
10:30. 10:30. Yeah, after a shower was 10:30. So it really wasn't a late one, but it was just it was a
big day
vibe one. Like I was, yeah. So recap of the wedding. Let's lead up. Let's lead up to the wedding.
Kick us off.
We really like my sister had her a girl that she works with basically organize a lot of it, and we didn't really do a whole lot. And it was actually quite nice to go to a wedding and just rock up and everything just be amazing. Like it was a really cool. Like they did it at the house, so they did something really more chilled out, but also not chilled out at the same time. Like how would you explain it? It was ours was basically like a dinner, right?
Yeah.
So that was very, very, very low key. But theirs was the same, but on a
had some formalities in it.
Yeah, formalities. That's what I mean. Like they did the first dance, they did the walk down the aisle, they did those things, but they did it in a real nice way.
In a very garden wedding setting.
Yeah. Like they kept the ceremony really quite small. So they did at 2:00 we just had really intimate family there, and they got married and there was Anna there, and it was just really nice, just really cute, nice and whatever. But then once that was over, then we all headed off over to a different area and of the house, and then all friends and all that kind of people came, and it was really nice to just everyone come in, eat something, drink something, let's just chill out. So it was it was a really nice vibe. I really, really liked it.
I agree.
I think I enjoyed it the most because it was my family's event. Obviously we've been to other weddings, and it's you might be friends of the bride and groom or whatever, but not necessarily know their family fully. So you kind of just if you're on the dance floor, you're just cool, bro. I don't really know. I don't know how to dance with you. I don't know. You know, it's not as
I agree.
Yeah.
We knew everyone there, which was good.
It was so fun.
It was almost, we share a lot of friends with Kayla Jae. So it was just having our friends.
Yeah, it was really, really good. And I absolutely loved it. But I will talk about my low because I'm still really sad that she didn't get to come. So Gigi was, so the ceremony was at 2:00, and I had said to Kayla was make sure love Gigi to be there. Jax and her sleep at the same time. We're very routine sisters. So I was Jax and Gigi are going to be sleeping. And she was like, oh shit, whatever. But then she goes, probably for the best, because those two are obviously Jax is really, really little, and Gigi's at that age where she freaking wants to absolutely destroy everything. So I was Kayla, I'm really worried that during your ceremony, Gigi's going to start screaming and get really hot, because it was a really hot day, and she's very she won't sit. Gigi's not a sitter. She's a mover. And if I try to hold it, it gets worse. So I'm I said to her, I just don't think it's good if I bring her to that bit. But how about we let her sleep and let her and Jack sleep at their normal times. And then once everything's kind of done and over, I was just going to go grab Gigi and then come back to the house. But I'll quickly go there, get her changed, come back to the house. And then, she can be there for an hour or so. And then my plan was to get photos, let her run around with Anna.
Yeah.
And then head back when she's had enough. So we went there. We went home, Mitch and I. And you explain. She's your child.
Had she woken up from the nap? Yeah. No, she had.
Playing with her baby sharks. Loved it.
And she was so happy to see us. But then you went and got her changed or put a dress on her.
Yeah.
And she literally melted the house down.
Yeah.
She was As soon as the dress went on, she started screaming.
It didn't go on. It didn't even.
No, it was on. It was on.
No, it went over her leg because I was going to get it up and over and I was going to put her, not even a chance. It got on her knees and she felt the material. I knew she'd hate it.
Then it went on. Like, well, the dress was fully on.
That was the second dress. The first dress set her off. You weren't in the room for that. Oh, me and Jules
I actually did think, like, why is this other dress on? That's very funny. The
first dress, I put on her knees and she felt the little shoulder things and I knew, I said that on stories. I said, these things, they're going to piss her off and I knew it because she's not, they were a bit itchy and I was like, she's going to hate this. I pulled it over her, like, her knees and she was like, get that off.
Is that what happened?
Yes. And then I was like, okay, get rid of that dress. Don't worry about it. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I bought 3 dresses for you, but it's all right. I was like, let's just put a t-shirt on you and a little that dress over the top and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you look cute anyway. And then that's when the second dress went on. That's when the party started.
The second dress went on and she was literally like walking down the hallway. Actually, no, she was in her room throwing tantrum, like trying to rip her dress off, like just on the ground. And it was just like, it was bad. Like, she was losing it so much that she was then crying, obviously, and then like was almost choking on her tears.
Yeah,
and then, like,
she was so upset. And we were like, it's okay. Let's take it off.
Yeah.
Let's try something else, blah, blah, blah. And the only thing she was happy in was just
a nappy.
Like, absolute nudie-rooty nappy. And I was like, okay, like, what if we just put t-shirt and shorts on you? Like, I don't really care what you wear. I just want you to come over, get a photo of Kayla and you'll be fine. And then she kept, like, it was relentless. And I was like, do you know what? I'm actually, like, upsetting her right now. Like, it's getting to a point where she's not going to be happy. And if I get her in a hot car, take her in a blaring sun over to this house where there's music going, there's people there, there's like, and a lot of people I had said, like, a lot of people hadn't seen her
or met her yet.
Yeah. So everyone would have been all over her, all over Anna. Like, even Anna was like, at the end of it, she was like, it was too much for her too. She just needed like some quiet time. So like, I said, like, if I brought her over there, everyone would have been attacking, like, on top of her and she would have been like this. She would have been wired.
Yeah,
or just had lost it again. And then I would have been like, you know, with people trying to control her. And I'm like, you know what? It's probably nice that she's just calmed down in her nappy, happy days. Let's go back. So me and Mitch, like, I just changed into sneakers and we just went straight back because I was like, I feel bad, but that was my low because she was so sad. And I bought 3 really cute dresses and I really thought she'd wear them.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out.
No, but that's all right.
So that's your low.
That's my low. But leading up to the wedding, it was really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I had to find a dress and Mitch not changed my dress, but he like.
You said changed my life.
Changed my life. Well, you did because we went to go pick, like, so I had picked this orange dress and it's the same dress that I actually wore, but in orange. And I picked it with a stylist and she was like perfect, whatever. And how long? 2 months ago? Month ago, maybe more. 2 months ago, maybe 6-7 weeks. I had tried it on and said, yep, I'll hire it. But I had lost, I reckon, like 4 kilos since then, since that time. And Mitch was like, I feel like you should just go try it on because I kept saying to him, I'm like, not 100% confident in it. Like, I'm a bit nervous. Like, it's a bit wild for me. And he was like, okay, like, and I was like, can you come with me and just like be honest? Like, if you genuinely like it or don't like it, just tell me. And there's so many other dresses there you can help me try. So we go to the place. And I put it on and he's like, you're not super poker facey when it comes to me. I like he looked and he was like, you look nice, but it's not it. And I was like, you smiled at me, but then I knew instantly, I was like, he hates it. Fuck. And I just walked straight past him into the other. And the lady was like, no, it looks good. But you were right. It was like too big. It was too big around like because it was a very flowy, like, relaxed.
Just had heaps of material. It wasn't overly flattering because it was too big. Like, it wasn't your size.
Yeah.
And it just looked like not a potato sack, but just like heaps of material.
It was just a lot. There was a lot of material, and then it because it was a bit too big for me, it like dipped down too low, and I was like, I have to stick my boobs up, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh. But then, Mitch was like, try the pink one on, and I was like, no, that's too hectic. Like, no way. Anyway, obviously made me try it on. So I tried it on. But I tried on so many other ones and he was like, this looks good. And I was hating them because they felt not right. The other one, like, I loved the orange one because it just sat and I could just move and it would be easy. And then I got there, I got the pink one on and then he was like, I'm calling Kayla. So he called Kayla on FaceTime and instantly she's like, yep, that's it. Definitely get that one. That one's perfect. And I was like, oh my God, fuck my life. Now I've got this pink dress, I look like a fairy floss, but eventually loved it.
No, it was great. I really liked the pink. The pink was not the same. So it was the same dress as the orange one, just not the same size.
Yeah.
It was more fitted to you. And then you also were able, because we went earlier in the week, we were able to get it tailored.
Yeah, you got tailored. She put like an elastic band at the back. So like actually it sat
fit you
well.
a lot better.
Yeah, I really liked it. And it was just, it was cool. I liked wearing something completely different because I was like, knowing me, I was going to wear like a fucking t-shirt. I was going to wear the same green suit that I wore the other week, but in brown.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mitch was like, that's second option. I was like, please let me do it. And he was like, no. I was like, fine.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't because that dress felt so good because it felt like I was like boogieing down. Like, do you know what I mean? It was so good and it was flowy. And then I wore sneakers with it. And I was on D floor the whole night.
Yeah. No, it was wild.
Did you appreciate my dancing?
I loved it, but I was worried like you need to chill out because you're not going to be able to walk.
Yeah.
That was my honest thoughts. I was literally like, how many times can I tell her to have a break?
Calm down. Yeah. He kept being like, come have some water. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm off. I'm having a great time. And then literally I'd be like, okay. And I'd sit down with him for a second and I'd have a bit of water. And then like Pitbull would come on. I'm like, fucking see ya. Put the water down. I was straight back on.
305.
Yeah. I was like, Mr. Worldwide. I can't miss that for shit. So I was like, it was great. So I was a partier that night. I felt really good though.
Mm-hmm. What did you love about the wedding? Any dislikes? Like, give me more.
No
give
dislikes.
Give me more. You've really brushed over this.
Yeah.
As a listener, I'm quite sad.
Sorry. No dislikes. I loved the fact that I did like the fact there was no kids.
Yeah.
Which is a very controversial, but I liked it because I felt like I could relax.
Yeah.
At being a parent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Because I'm not interested in the rules and regulations. I'm asking you about the wedding.
No
Kids fucking, there was a banner.
I felt like it was really calm. I felt like it was easy. Like I felt it was really nice. I felt nothing was out of place. Everything was just really cool. There was food coming around. They had these little soldier things and they had crab on it, like this mixed crab thing with this chili. I had about 4 of them and I had it, like the lady kept coming to me because she knew that I was like, give me them. I had 4 of them in like 30 seconds and I felt so sick. But she was like, would you like another one? I was like, yes. And I had them all next to me and I was like, this is the best day ever. It was great. Food was delicious.
It was good.
Yeah, I loved that. There was like prawns and oh my God, she's ringing me.
Who?
Kayla.
Every time.
Every goddamn time she does this. Oh, she's going in. Hello, Kayla. We're talking about.
How do I get you on the podcast every single day?
Literally, I said we're actually talking about you and your wedding, and you just.
How good was it?
I know. We said it was amazing. We said it was beautiful.
Leah did the world's best speech. It needs to be recorded.
I was going to read it out, actually.
I think you should read it out because it was such a nice speech, and we weren't expecting it. So.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. It was good. I might read it out. I might read it out.
Well, I'll let you go and I'll text you what I was going to say.
Okay.
It's not podcast worthy.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye. How weird is that? That's like, I feel like she knows.
She must get like hot ears or something.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know what I mean? Like
sense.
when someone's talking about you.
Yeah, she probably does. So yeah, talking about that, I love the fact that we did speeches. Because at ours there wasn't any speeches, and I feel like not that we missed out on that, but it was really nice to be able to like I don't know.
Put my phone on do not disturb because my watch is going.
Okay, it was nice to talk about like I don't know, hearing people say nice things. Do you know what I mean? I did feel like that didn't happen at ours, and I don't think that was the event for it, but I feel like it was just nice.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I liked them having a DJ. I felt like it was good. I loved the D floor, obviously.
Yeah.
Mitch was just laughing. He was like, "This is what you were like in 2012." And I was like, "Yeah." I don't joke when I say I was on the R&B Red Square dance floor by myself. Like I don't need people. Like I was fine. I was absolutely having the time of my life.
You made me laugh.
It was so great. But you know what else I loved? I loved that by the end of the night, Mitch was on the dance floor too with me, boogieing down. You did give it a good go.
I was forced.
Yeah.
There was no consent.
Yeah, do you know what was best about it? So during the first bit of the night, I was just dancing my ass off. They were playing songs like what? It was like
I can't even remember.
Very easy. Like we did the Macarena. We did all those things. We did Nutbush. We did all the fun stuff. You know what I mean? And clearly, I was like number one in that.
You were there.
But then we were playing like, you know, Pitbull, Time of Your Life, like Hotel Motel, those fun songs. And that is my jam, Hotel Motel. If that comes on, fucking catch me outside. So but then later, because Kayla is like a gym freak, right? We were playing, she was playing, she goes, oh, I don't know these songs. If it's not Timmy Trumpet, I don't get it. Next minute, Timmy Trumpet rocks up. And he would, like, not rocks up. That's not, he did not come to Kayla's wedding, but the DJ starts putting like full on bangers on and my hair came out. That's how I was head banging. I was so excited about it. And then Mitch was like, I need to leave. This is Red Square. And I was like, this is perfect.
That was wild.
He was like, get out. But I loved the D floor. But I did love doing a speech. I thought that was really fun.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked being able to say something.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a good speech.
It was really good. Do you want me? I should read it out. Seeing as Kayla told me I should read it out. She loved it. I was pretty happy.
If you want to, the stage is yours.
The stage is mine. All right, I actually have it in my notes.
Oh my God, I might cry.
Don't. I cried, obviously, because I'm a fucking little baby.
Come on, let's do it.
But Enza did a speech and she did like because she's like very, very, very close to them. Alicia, Jay's sister, did a speech and I was crying in bloody Enza's speech. Alicia went on and she was talking about, you know, how proud of she is of Jay, blah, blah, and then their little kid sibling things. And I was fucking gone at that point. I was in full tears. And then it came to mine. I was like, well, I'm already freaking crying, so I may as well start it.
Let's hear it.
I said, hello, everybody. For those who don't know me, because again, I didn't have many people, like that was Jay's friends as well. Those who don't know me, I'm Kayla's sister. I personally like to call myself the fun sister because the title of rich sister is already taken. That was so good. And that joke hit so well. Everyone laughed. It was great. And I said, I'm not really the one for speeches. I'll keep it short. And I'll start with something short. So I'll start with Jay because I always call him 5'11". He was so great. Like him and Mitch are the same height, but I don't know why, but it's just so funny to get with him. He's hilarious. And then I said, when Kayla told me she was dating a beautiful, blue-eyed, slick-back man bun, because he had a man bun, 5'11" gym junkie, I was very concerned. But knowing what I know now, you couldn't be a more perfect partner. Although I've known you for 3 or so years and still to this very day when you marry my sister, I still have no idea what the fuck you actually do. That joke hit so good. That was hilarious. Obviously, we know what Jay does, but it was so funny. But then I was like, however, I know something about you. Have you the 8 Mile? Okay. That was in my joke and it was great. I started the rap and then everyone, like Kayla looked at me as if like, please don't do that rap. And I was like, I'm just joking. I'm not going to do the 8 Mile rap. Don't worry. And then I said, Jay, you are the most optimistic person that I know. No matter the problem, Jay has a solution for it. So he'll call anyone in his 3,000 person contact list to fix it for you. Like he genuinely, anything you're like, oh, my feet hurts. Oh, I've got a massage guy that can fix that. Like, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, how do you do that? And I was like, any conspiracy, he's into it. Moon landing, flat earth, clones, Jay's ready to do some TikTok scrolling and he's into it. Like, you'll be ready. And then I started laughing, but I said, attention span, 30 seconds max with Jay. Like, he'll ask you a question, look in your face, and then you can see in his eyes, like, you know, the monkeys that go ding, 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 like he's not listening. So I was like, I'm very proud that you made it to the reception, my guy. And then I said, on that note, I'll end with Jay's favorite thing. Highs and lows. So my high of today, apart from Jay almost reaching 6 foot status with his platform loafers, that he wasn't wearing them. I had to make that guess for that. But I said, honestly, it was seeing Kayla's smile on her face. That smile, Jay, is deeply because of you. So, but my low is that I did see a snorkel over there, and the snorkel things that you have. He brought them to my wedding, and I said, I know after this speech, it was all over for me. But in all seriousness, from our family to you, thank you for being you. And then everyone's like, oh, that's it. But at that moment, obviously I'm not crying now, but in that moment, I was fucking wiping my tears away. And then I said, all right, over to my big sis. This one's going to be tough, so bear with me. And I said, Kayla, did you know that we've been best friends for 28 whole years? And then I said, well, actually, when you turned 15, you're a bit over me, but you've been my best friend for my whole life. So I said, before I do cry, I want to say some thank you for some things. I said, thank you for letting me sleepwalk into your room as a kid and stare over you until you woke up and shit yourself, because I used to sleepwalk. So, and I always would go in her room and just wait. And then she'd be like, and then I'd wake up and look at her and she'd be like, do you want to sleep in my room, mate? And then I'd just get in bed and I wouldn't remember that I did, and I'd end up in her room every night. And I said, thank you for being better than Carl Shahadi's same day laundry service, because she's a nut with washing. I said, can't tell. I can't actually say that one. Never mind. That will implicate me and only the people that were there will understand that. And I said, thank you for letting me throw you under the bus in any sort of drama situation because unlike me, you will tell anyone to get fucked without thinking twice. Because Kayla is very much like, she's very straight, she's a straight shooter. She really is. And I'm like, if I need something, I'm like, Kayla, I'm going to tell mum you said it because I don't want to deal with her. And she's like, yeah, right, whatever. So she'll deal with it. She's just good at that. And I said, I know that you're an old lady now and doing washing is your highlight of your day and you might not remember much. But as a child, I remember watching and thinking of how freaking cool you were. But to this day, I still do the same. What you do every day with work, family and friends is just incredible. And hopefully one day you might take a breath from everything you do and realize how cool you actually are. Because she does a lot. Like she's, it's not normal to have a freaking Guinness World Record of like how many people working out at the same time. That's just not normal, but that's incredible. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, that's just like, I hope one day you can actually take a breath and be like, fuck, like we actually did that. And I said, I know soon there might be some travel time between us, but I do dream of a day that our kids can have sleepovers and can use the lights in each other's room to signal that to the other that mum's gone and it's time to party. Because we used to have these little remotes and they'd click on for our lights in the room. If it was like a fan remote and it 2 clicks was like, it's time, you can come over to Kayla's room and you can bring snacks and whatever, we'll have a sleepover. But 1 click was like, mum's in the hallway, like don't come, because we used to have like adjoining rooms. So I was like, I do dream of a day where the 3 of them and hopefully more will grow up and just be just like us. I'm very proud of you and I love you both to the moon. How good was that?
That was a great speech.
It was great. Good. You tell me how you felt. Did you feel emotional? Did you cry?
I'd heard it many times before, so I didn't cry.
He was my practice dummy.
Sad's not the right word. Like emotional. It was No, it was nice. It was, I don't actually have words. It was very beautiful. It was a good speech. I think you covered all aspects. Like it was a good mix between it was funny with some puns as I think they should be. But then at the end was obviously very heartfelt and nice. I think it was nice to just nice to see you say nice things about both of them.
And that's what I said about our wedding. I feel like we missed out on that speech thing. But me and Mitch so when I was thinking, because they were like, we went to a different wedding and I said, because they weren't going to have speeches at all. I went to another wedding and I loved speeches and I was like, I forget how much I do love these. Yeah. So I said, sent them a text. I'm like, right guys, I'm saying something at your wedding. And they were like, yeah, do it. That'll be fun. And then everyone else wanted to do speeches from there.
I think that's where the idea of speeches for their wedding came from.
I literally was like, I'm doing it. And they're like, oh, okay, like great. So anyway, me and Mitch were in the shower. Yes, we showered together. Yeah, I didn't put that out there when people are like, what do you mean in the shower together? We're in the shower together and we were just like talking. And I said, I just don't know what to say. Like, you don't want to go too far and you don't want it to be like a joke that no one else will understand. Do you know what I mean? Just you two. Like you kind of want it to like, involve the crowd and whatever. And Mitch was like, oh, yeah, you can say this about Jay. And then I was like, yeah, and then I was like, that about Jay. And then Mitch was like, yeah, and then you can say this and this. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. I can say this, and this. And then we were like, okay, we need to tone it down.
It's not a roast.
This is not a roast for Jay. It was so funny. So we were like, okay, we just need to like tone it down. I was like, I'll pick 3 of the things and then we'll just note them down and then that's all we'll go by. But no, it was really good. I loved it. I did really love it.
I did like that. That was good. Good job.
Yeah, it was a really nice wedding and it was just nice to be around family that I knew. And yeah, it was just amazing.
Probably like, it sounds weird. And I'm not saying this because there's travel time. It's probably the last event like that we will have. You know what I mean? Like we got married. Yeah. They got married. What else is there to...
Yeah, family-wise.
It's probably like, unless it's like Gigi's birthday, Jax's birthday, but it's not the same as...
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I would be playing people at Gigi's birthday, but...
So it was probably the last of those events with all of those people, family and those friends that we'll have for a while.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was
really nice.
It was really good. And I don't know if you guys, if I said it before, but the magician.
You didn't say it.
Yeah, right. So Enza was like, Leah, do you think it's a good idea that we get a magician? And I was like, fuck yeah, it's a good idea. Absolutely. And everyone was like, Mitch was like, that's the worst idea. Cass was like, that's terrible. Like, that's not a good idea. And me and Enza were like, no, this is going to be so great. Like, I promise you it'll be so fun. And like in Mitch's mind and Cass's mind, they kind of thought it was like a performance. Like the magician rocks up, everyone's quiet and then they does this thing and then like, does whatever and goes away. But I was like, no, this guy does cards. Like he's a what?
I don't know, but
now
it was good.
Now you see me type vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I love that movie. So I was like, I'm into every single bit here. So we went, we were sitting there, and like I didn't realize he had walked in. And he went straight through the back, and he went to the back corner, and he's just wearing this black suit, just like very incognito. And then he just walks up and sits down in the back corner. We had there was like couches in each corner and like, you know, bar tables and whatever. And he just kind of sits down and he just goes to the person, like, I think it was Ricey. I don't know who he was talking to first, maybe Jess. But he goes like, show me your hand. And they were like, what? And then he was like, just show me your hand. And he was like, they did this. And then he like did something with a card. And he was like, I do cards. And she was like, oh. And then like, because all of our friends are very like, you know, keen to like just have some fun. They're like, okay. And then he starts doing tricks with cards and like finding things in ears and whatever. And then it started like to like gain a little crowd around this thing. And then he does these tricks.
Yeah.
And I've got the MoPhone. I recorded him. It was wild. I was staring his hands and I was like, oh, did I miss it? Like, how did you do that? How did you fucking do that? It was so weird.
By the end of it, everyone was just like gathering around. Like, what's the magician doing?
Like, what the? And then he'd be like, literally, like now you see me, he'd get up and be like, that's it. All right, I'm off. Like, see you later. Whatever, have a drink, everyone, like blah, blah, blah. And then he'd leave and everyone would be like, fuck, that was sick. And then you'd see him in the next corner doing it with other people and you'd be like, so freaking cool. Like, Kayla, I still don't know how he did it. Kayla had this card. She goes, pick a card. So she picks a card. She writes K-I on it, or KW, because Woodruff. And then she wrote it on a Sharpie and then she gave it back. She gave it back to him, put it in the middle of the thing and he goes, click your fingers. And Kayla clicked her fingers. And then from the top of the deck, it was the card that she fucking put in the middle.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
But I was looking, being like, no, because that's her handwriting. How the fuck did you get a card that said Kayla? We didn't know she was going to write Kayla W. He said to just write your name. So I would assume she'd write. Anyway, I was like, I don't understand. And then he was like, click your fingers. Clicks your fingers. And then nothing on the card, like, as in like just the normal. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Then he gives the card to Jess. He goes, all right, anyway, hold the card. She holds the card like this. And Jess is like, not a non-believer, but she was like keen to get involved, right?
Yeah.
So she was like holding the card. She puts her other hand on top so that it was like, it's hidden. And then he goes to Kayla, click your fingers. So she clicks her fingers and then Jess goes like this and the fucking card had nothing on it. 0. Not even a number. Nothing. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Jess was not in on it.
What do you think, like in all seriousness, how do you think that happens?
I have no idea. I genuinely can't think of a way.
I think it's like a special deck of cards.
She had the card.
No, I know. But if like maybe if you click, then it changes. Like how there has to be
mechanical card.
Well, there has to be a reason.
I don't know.
It's not fucking.
I mean, that's part of the magic, right?
It's magic.
But my mind was fucking blown.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not magic. It is called magic. But it's.
If you believe you receive, don't say that.
No, but there has to be a way that this is happening.
I loved it. And then Anna comes over because there was a big crowd and I was like, Anna, look, he's a magician. And he goes, what's in your ear? And Anna was like, nothing. Like, it was so sad. And he was like, And then he goes, is your ear scratched? Is your ear itchy? And then she was like, yeah. And then what did he have behind her fucking ear? A card. I was like, how did you get that? I was sitting right here and Anna was right next to me. I was like, how did you get that in her ear? And then he did something else about.
I would love to know how.
Yeah, I really, really would. And then the Kayla one with the sign, he had it in his pocket.
That's why I'm saying.
That one, I was like, there's something to do with. Because he literally goes, all right, click your fingers again. So Kayla clicks her fingers. That card went back to normal, whatever, went back in the thing. And then he puts it on the side. He goes, look, grabs his wallet out like this. And he was like, this is my wallet. Here's my ID. Here's my whatever. Here's my whatever. And then this card. And then he pulls it out. I said, Kayla, on it. I was like, I'm deceased. What the like? I cannot believe it. I was literally, it was the best entertainment ever.
How do you think he actually does it?
I don't know. I don't really care. I want to be wowed every time. I don't want to know things.
Do you think he has multiple cards placed around and then he just?
I think he's a magician, and I don't want to. I don't want to question.
No.
I don't want to question at all. He was so good.
But do you know what I love? And a few people actually did say this last night. What I love about it is to be him because you know something that no one else in the room knows.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like he knows how to do something and everyone else is like, they're stumped.
But
it's really cool.
Especially with our friends, and I'm sure other groups as well. Everyone was yelling like, oh my
That would be normal.
Like
that would be normal.
screaming because like it was the coolest thing. There was something that, and I don't know, Miller was telling me about the cross he wrote on Jay's hand, and then the cross ended up transferring to the, I don't know.
I didn't see that, but do you know, this one I think is wild. So the other stuff is magic. Yeah, whatever. This is what I don't understand, right? So I actually went on his Instagram and he's done it, but he also did it with Alex, right? So whatever, pull out a card. This is where it's weird. So you hold the card and he goes, tell me what card you didn't pick up, right? So if like in Alex's video, he had the ace of spades or something. Yeah. And then he goes, I don't know, he made up a card and he goes, and he tries to work out what card you got.
Yeah.
And he gets it right every time. He goes, well, it's not this one because you would have, it's even. And then so the queen's the only one that's even in a picture and it's not it would be a picture because you said something, there was a number and then like process of elimination. Yeah. Every Instagram video obviously can be edited, but it was right. With Alex, straight away, he's like, you have the ace of spades, don't you? And he's like, the fuck, how'd you, like, that's
like,
what
you freaking know that?
I don't understand that bit because unless, again,
something's on the back of the card or something.
Yeah, unless it's a magnetic card that you can then.
I don't want to hear about it. I want to just be wowed. I want to be so naive.
Maybe he's got the rest of the
Instagram because I would like to like tell everyone what his Instagram is. Do you know what it is? His tag or anything?
I can find it.
Yeah, find it. I want to.
But I think maybe, you know, if he's looking at the deck and you're holding that card, then it might like be a magnetic card and then appear.
I was looking at him. He had his deck out like the like.
No, not that thing. I'm talking about when you pick up the card.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That was cool.
Let me find his Instagram.
Yeah, find his Instagram. He was really cool. I thought that kind of entertainment was something so different, and he was so incognito. He doesn't like do a performance. He just goes to people, and like it was so freaking cool. And like my uncles and everyone. Okay, so his name is Lucas. Okay, how do I say it? Lucas Kogaki Magic. So it's Lucas, Lucas, and then Kogaki Magic. And he's Greek Australian. I think he's in Melbourne.
I don't know.
But he flew down.
Did he?
Yeah, he's got 47.6K. Like he's does so well, and I would literally just want to hire him for a Friday night just for me and Mitch. Our next date night would just be there and just be wowed like the whole time. I thought it was freaking amazing. It was so cool. But anyway, that was about it. I think that's like, I just wanted to recap.
It was a great recap.
Yeah, I just wanted to recap everything. I think it was so fun, and I'm so happy that they're married now, and everything's just like
it's a good day.
Breezy and done. It was really, really, really good, and I'm just like so happy everything's.
Me too.
Over.
And on that note, peace out. I'm kidding.
No. Well, on that note, we will be back. But I just thought this is a bit of a quick one.
Yeah. It's a nice little recap. I liked hearing your speech, to be honest. And the magic we'll get back to more magic, more conspiracy theories, more whatever next week.
Do you want to, wait, can I tell you a really quick conspiracy that I saw on Britt Saunders'
Can I just say before you do that, there's no quick conspiracy because
quick one.
Do you know what I mean? Like it becomes a debate. But go.
Britt Saunders has a podcast called High Rollers, and she and her podcast host were talking about how he was saying that he thinks museums are a hoax, and I was like, interesting. And first,
can you explain that more though? Like, what do you mean?
So basically, he goes, you don't. Like genuinely think like the Mona Lisa, that's $1 million paint or billion, whatever the fuck it is, painting is just sitting in a little glass box and like in some little place in Paris. Like, do you actually think that?
You know what?
And do you think that this mummy that has been like sitting there for millions of, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years is just perfectly sitting there and just happy to be there? I don't fucking think so. I was literally like, wow, interesting.
I would agree.
Yeah. And like.
Makes sense.
And how would we know as like, you know, average Joes be like, yep, that's the Mona Lisa. Get it. Cool. Great. I bet you it's fucking not. And we're paying like $40 entry to the Louvre to see shit. Like,
I would agree with that.
Yeah?
Why would it be there?
Why would it be there? Why would it be in some like rich billionaire's like property? I don't know. It's just.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That was my next question. If it's not there, where is it?
Isn't there like underground? I mean, that's getting into the conspiracy there right there. I don't know.
We will be back with that next week. So tune in for more.
Where it is. With the magic guy.
On the hunt for the Mona Lisa with Lucas the Greek man.
Hey, who knows? It could be at our house. You never know. But me and Lucas are going to figure it out. If not, we'll just fling cards at everyone and make our money there. Thank you, everyone. We will be back next week.
Yes, we will.
See you very, very, talk to you very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.